Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be giving you my Sagittarius February 2019 horoscope forecast, part 1 of 2. And yes, this does apply and pertain to the Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. Anyway, people, first thing up is, as far as February goes, the Sun will be in Aquarius from the 1st until the 18th. So the third house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. At this time, there could be a strong concentration of energy, focus, and attention on communications, siblings, cousins, neighbors, short journeys, transportation, and early education as well. It could perhaps even be people from your early education, I would think. So anyway, given that this is Aquarius energy, this could be done with a lot of selflessness, a lot of humanitarianism, especially in matters with siblings, your cousins, your neighbors. Done with a lot of philanthropy, perhaps, and also perhaps done, some of these things might be somewhat unorthodox or very unconventional. It could be done with a lot of certain ingenuity as well, innovation. Perhaps even with a lot of consideration, as well, as Aquarius energy can be connected with that. And anyway, well, the next thing up is, as far as February goes, the Sun will be in Pisces from the 18th until the 28th. So the fourth house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Well, at this time, there could be a strong concentration of energy, focus, and attention on one's home, one's family life, people you may be close to home with, one's roots, traditions, ancestry, emotional security, and who you are at the core, and also the end of life. Not that you're necessarily going to be facing that literal end of your life, but that latter part of one's life. And it really, this is, given that this is, you're looking at this as well, given this is Pisces energy, this may be done with a lot of idealism, a lot of compassion, philanthropy. It could also be, if you're trying to get to your roots, your ancestry, it could be done with a lot of that, again, that idealism, even if you've had trouble in the past in doing so. And also a lot of this energy could be very self-sacrificing, given that this is Pisces energy, matters with your family, your home, your people close to home with. But also this could shine the light, so to speak, on who you are at the core. And obviously you're talking about Pisces energy. This could be, you might be seeing, as far as qualities of Pisces, such as being idealistic, seeing the best in others, making the best of adverse situations, compassionate, philanthropic, could even be, I would say, at the same time, it may be a little bit nebulous, though, on the negative side, and really, and maybe at times even unrealistic. But anyway, this could be also, this could, looking at this as well, this is something too, where we're looking at, Pisces energy is often a little bit nebulous and unclear, and it could be where you might be focusing on a family member, someone you're close to home with, that might be somewhat nebulous and unclear at this time. So anyway, the next, and also remember that Pisces energy could be somewhat deceptive and duplicitous, so you might be looking at that energy a little bit as far as that goes. So anyway, next thing up, there will be a new moon in Aquarius on February 4th, so the third house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now at this time, this could be the start for some people, perhaps of an Aquarius type writing. It could be something connected with new ideas, new concepts, something innovative, ingenious. It could be talking about maybe could be a science fiction writing, something connected with astrology, or even some other esoteric subjects, something connected with computers, information technology, electronics, anything that could be Aquarius related. And also it could be about maybe a new period where you're injecting selflessness and humanitarianism into your neighborhood at this time, and maybe matters with siblings, your cousins, neighbors. Sometimes this could be the welcoming of a new Aquarius sibling. This could be also looking at this as well. Another thing this could be, the way perhaps this could manifest, is that this could be perhaps something new that might get started in connection with transportation. It could be a new vehicle with all the state-of-the-art type, I guess you could say, features on it. Something, I mean, really, I'm not saying you're going to get a flying car or anything, something overly innovative, but it could be something that's got a lot of the state-of-the-art features. And also, too, it could be rekindling, in some cases, perhaps a connection that you might have had from your early education. And it could be with an Aquarius sun, moon, or ascendant, or simply one that embodies Aquarius-like characteristics. So anyway, next thing up, there will be a full moon in Virgo on February 19th. So the 10th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted at this time. Well, when you're talking about a full moon, this could be about where one might become exasperated, tired, full, so to speak, perhaps of an overly judgmental, critical, pedantic, persnickety, overly frugal, even parsimonious. In some cases, it could be an authority figure, someone. It could be the dominant parent, which is often the father, somebody that might be prominent in your career or has played some role perhaps in your public image and reputation. In some cases, this could be about the completion or culmination of a Virgo-like career. It could be something connected with analytics or something with statistical data. It could be something connected with extrapolating data or something that requires being very punctilious with details, such as data entry or computer programming. Something that might be connected with organizations, such as working as a professional organizer. And also, too, another way this could manifest is that, when you're talking about a full moon in astrology, it could be about the unveiling or revelation of something. This could be about perhaps the unveiling or revelation of maybe a Virgo person or one that it could be a Virgo sun, moon, or ascendant person, or one that embodies Virgo-like characteristics that might have had some role perhaps in your reputation or public image. It could be adverse. It's somebody that this could be somebody that has a Virgo sun, moon, or ascendant, or embodies Virgo-like characteristics. It could have been somebody that was being very critical or judgmental, and really might have had a negative type effect on it. So anyway, those are some ways that this could, of course, manifest. So anyway, next thing up, Mercury will be in Aquarius as far as February goes, from the 1st until the 10th. So the 3rd house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now at this time, you might find yourself talking about manifold new ideas and concepts. The reason I say it could be manifold new ideas and concepts because the 3rd house is the house of Gemini, and it could be about variety, of course. And you're talking about new ideas and concepts that is associated with Aquarius. Also, this could be a lot of extemporaneous and really spontaneous type thinking, and ideas may come up with where perhaps talking with siblings, with cousins, neighbors at this time. And could also be where, as I've talked about previously, Mercury is not just about communication. It could also be about siblings. And it could be about Aquarius siblings. It could be Aquarius sun, moon, or ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Aquarius-like characteristics. Might figure more prominently in your communications. It could be with matters from your early education, maybe getting you in touch with things that you maybe learned from them and maybe applying them at this point in time. And it could also be as well, maybe in matters with transportation and short journeys as well. And also thinking perhaps about, your future communications at this point in time. Mercury can also be connected with the hands. It can be about dexterity then, I would say, and could be, given we're talking about third house energy, this could be something where you're using them maybe very strongly to work on perhaps a vehicle, doing something connected with some kind of electronic computer like wiring, and with a car perhaps, or cars at this point in time. So anyway, hold on a moment, people. Sorry about that, I'm back. Next thing up. Mercury will be in Pisces as far as February goes, from the 10th until the 28th. So the fourth house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. At this point in time, this could manifest perhaps in rather ambiguous, cryptic communications with home family members, the less dominant parent, which is often the mother. It could be someone you feel close to home with. You could be talking idealistically perhaps about who you are at the core, or talking about, or maybe thinking about who you are at the core as far as, and it could be Pisces like qualities. I mean, somebody you might feel is rather, idealistic, compassionate, philanthropic, imaginative, maybe even poetic, but at the same time maybe a little bit nebulous or ambivalent and indecisive, and maybe sometimes even directionless in some cases, or even ambiguous. This could be too, as I've talked about previously, that Mercury can also be about siblings. This could be about Pisces siblings. They could be Pisces sun, moon, or ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Pisces-like characteristics. Might figure strongly in your emotional security at this time, and a lot of it could be predicated or dependent on aspects this makes, whether they have a positive or adverse effect on. If it makes an adverse aspect to your natal Saturn, this could be where they might have a little bit more of a negative or adverse aspect on it, where you might be thinking more negatively. Maybe it might have a negative or adverse effect, because Saturn energy could be very like despondent energy, and maybe they do, there's something happening with these siblings that might be causing you, to feel maybe rather negative regarding your emotional security. Or they could even have, if it makes an adverse aspect to your Venus at this time, it could be where it has an adverse effect perhaps on your, its emotional security and perhaps self-esteem. And really, I mean, this could be, you really have to look at the whole picture at this time. I would say if it's hitting the moon, adverse aspect to your natal moon, that could really accentuate or increase the propensity for that adverse aspect on the emotional security. So I would say that is really what's really more connected with that, because that is, the moon, of course, and the fourth house are, are tied in with each other. So anyway, and also, this could be a time too where they might, this could also, the fourth house could be about your, the latter part of life. And this could be where you're thinking, really visionary about that, and really thinking far ahead, maybe intuitively, and trying to see, the whole picture of where you want to be at that latter part of your life if you're not already in it. So anyway, last but not least, Venus will be in Sagittarius as far as February goes, from the 1st until the 3rd. So the first house is what will be emphasized and highlighted at this time. This could be a lot of where you might spend money on yourself, perhaps to be, maybe more athletic, or buying sportswear for your appearance. This could be, at this time, be careful, because again, a lot of this could be dependent, predicated on aspects that this makes to points in your natal chart. If this is, say, making an adverse aspect to your natal Jupiter, this could be about rather reckless. It could really accentuate the chance for reckless spending, as opposed to just maybe spending exuberantly and enthusiastically, but maybe controlled to some degree. Like if this is making say if this is making a sextile or trine trine to your natal Saturn. This could be a time where you might spend somewhat enthusiastically and exuberantly on yourself, but it could be disciplined spending as well. But also, this could be a time where you find a lot of enjoyment in Sagittarius, like new beginnings, such as something connected with sports, with athletics. It could just be working out, starting a workout regime. It could be doing something with archery, something with philosophy, religion, advertising, publishing, and also the enjoyment of being that perpetual learner, incorrigible optimist that people can see on a first impression. If you are unattached at this time, Sagittarius, you might connect with the Sagittarius Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, or simply one that embodies Sagittarius-like characteristics. And being at the house of new beginnings, I think that could be very auspicious. It might even be somebody that you may have known from your early childhood as well, that you might rekindle that connection with that person. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for my Sagittarius February 2019 horoscope forecast, part 1 of 2. And stay tuned next time, where I'll be giving you my Sagittarius February 2019 horoscope forecast, part 2 of 2. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.